My dad just called me to watch a basketball game with him. Since when do I watch basketball? Hey guys, this video is going to be a Q&A. I recently posted on my Instagram telling you guys to ask me some of your questions, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started and answer some of them. Cool Kid P asks, do you like going to the University of Alabama? And if not, if you could do it all over again, where would you go? And I absolutely love going to the University of Alabama. Honestly, I couldn't really imagine going anywhere else. In high school, I never really dream about college or was excited about college, so I kind of just went to the most practical place, and I really only applied to a few places, and Alabama was just kind of not always the place I wanted to know, but my junior year when I applied to college, that was kind of where I figured I would go, and that's where I went, and I couldn't imagine going anywhere else, and I do absolutely love it, and I definitely recommend it if that's somewhere you have been looking into going or would want to go to. A Southern Asian, love that username, that's kind of funny. Would you ever consider going into the fashion industry? If not, what would you want to do in the industry? And yes, actually I would preferably and love to go into the fashion industry. I want to do fashion PR, and I just think that would be super fun. That's like my dream job. MQ Scott asks, how did you decide what you want to major in for college? And when I first went to college, I started out as a business major because I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I just picked something general. And then I started making my YouTube videos the second semester of my freshman year, and I just thought that public relations would go really good with kind of what I was starting with YouTube, and I thought that kind of coincided with each other, and I really enjoyed making the YouTube videos, so I thought I would really enjoy doing communications, public relations type stuff as well. Lauren Wolninski asks, OTP, and I did another video recently, I think it was the TMI tag, that said OTP, and I had no idea what that meant, and I had watched tons of other TMI tags, and I still didn't really know what that means, but I think it means one true pairing, at least that's what I've heard other people say. And so I would have to say Carrie and Big. I love Carrie Bradshaw, and the Sex and the City movies are so great, along with the TV series, of course. But Carrie and Big are just so perfect to me, and I just love them. And I'm not sure if OTP means that it has to be real life. So real life, I would go with... Oh, I know who I'd pick if it was real life. I would pick Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, even though they're not together anymore. I just get really sad because I just thought they were so perfect and they just made such a cute couple, and I really do not like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie together. Nothing against them personally, they just don't go together to me, and I know that they're happily married, at least I think they're still married and have tons of kids and stuff, but they just don't look good together, and that really bugs me. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? And it would probably be Mexican food. I know that's not one specific food, so that's kind of cheating, but just Mexican food in general I love, and I probably eat Mexican food 3 times a week. It's just so good. My mom is yelling about something. She's not yelling, but she just talks so loud that it sounds like she's yelling at someone, and I can hear her all the way downstairs. MEG99 asks, what is your favorite perfume? And let me go get it really quick because I love it. Oh, and I'm wearing PJs. Those are cute. I just had to jump over my bed because I have lights and camera and stuff in front of me and there's no room to get through. And now I'm super tired and out of breath because that was a lot of effort. My favorite perfume is this Lolita Lempinka perfume. I think that's how you say it. It looks like this. And honestly, this bottle is probably 10 years old. It's super old. It has dust on it. Can you guys see that? It literally has dust on it. It's so old. My dad and my mom bought a perfume in New York, and they're like, oh, it's so good. And my dad told me that you could only buy this perfume in New York, which at the time might have been true, so he ordered it offline for me. And then a few years later I saw it in Sephora and Ulta, but I don't think they sell it anymore, but they did for a while, so I'm sure they probably still sell it online and stuff. I'm about to run out, and this is probably old now, because it's kind of a yellowish green color, so I probably shouldn't be wearing it, but I still am. It smells so good. I put it on this morning, and my mom was like, ooh, are you wearing that Lolita perfume? And I was like, yeah. It's so good. It's my favorite, though. I think there's a couple other versions of it. I used to see them in Sephora and Ulta all the time, so you guys should check it out. I'm super out of breath now. My pearls are all tangled up. Lay Jack K asks, have you ever dyed your hair, and at what age? And this is actually pretty interesting and kind of bad. Of course, I dyed my hair. I have tons and tons of highlights right now. Oh, I actually just got more highlights yesterday. I really like it. It's probably the blondest my hair has ever been. And my hairstylist cut my hair in the middle, and she added layers. There wasn't layers before. Last time I got them all cut out. And so I tried wearing my hair in the middle today. Again, I used to wear it like that all the time, but I think I like it like this, so might keep it like this for a while. But back to the question. I first got my hair dyed when I was in 5th or 6th grade. I was very, very young. I did that because there was one girl, and she was like the popular girl in school, and she was like, we were friends. We weren't like best friends. We would hang out and stuff and have like play dates, and I wanted to be like her so bad, and she got highlights, and so of course I begged my mom to get highlights. I actually went to the salon with her when she got her highlights done, and I just really wanted highlights after that. So of course Mom was like, okay, well I guess we can go get highlights. But I was really young, and looking back on it, I do not think that was a good idea. If I ever have a daughter, I will not let her get her hair done that early, because that just like damages your hair super bad. I'm really lucky to where the highlight and the bleach hasn't really damaged my hair that much. I try not to do it too often. I try to get highlights about every 3 or 4 months, or sometimes I dye it up. Sometimes I switch it up and I'll dye it. But I think the last time I did that was like last January, so it's been a year since I dyed my hair. Artist Ann Lee asks, what brought you to God? I really love this question because I love sharing my testimony. I think it's super cool that I can share it with YouTube and you guys that are watching. I was always brought up in a Christian home. I went to church when I was in the womb, before I was even born. Always went to Sunday school and stuff like that. And I was in 4th grade when September 11th happened, September 11th, 2001, and I remember dropping my friend off from school, and my mom got really silent as we're like backing out of her driveway, and she was like, there was something really bad happened today. And I knew something had happened because one of my teachers had a daughter that was actually living in New York at the time, and she was kind of frantic and was like really upset and actually had to leave the class, but nobody really knew. We just thought it was something personal with her. And so when my mom told me what happened, I was very, very afraid. I remember hiding under my covers and just like talking to God, like asking him to like protect me and stuff. And that's just really when I realized that there was a lot of evil in the world, and that I really needed like God to protect me, and I needed a savior, and I couldn't do that on my own. So that was when I was saved, and then later I was baptized. I was baptized September 16th, 2001. So my camera battery is like blinking, and I'm scared it's going to die on me, so I'm going to go ahead and end this Q&A there. I will try to do more questions soon. Thank you guys for leaving them to me on my Instagram, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to follow me on my other social media sites, my Instagram of course, if you want to ask me another question for another Q&A that I might do sometime in the future. Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr. I can't think of anything else, but all that good stuff. Will have all the links down below in the description box, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. But I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.